For nearly 400 million years, evolution has been meticulously fine-tuning our bodies into the masterpieces we are today. Our hands, in particular, are crucial elements of this evolutionary puzzle. Yet, despite both hands being equally capable in design, most of us favor one over the other for tasks like writing, high-fiving, and of course, one-handed texting. It's a curious phenomenon, especially since in the animal kingdom, preferences for one paw, hoof, or wing are often split evenly. But for humans, only 10% of us are left-handed. Why? Is evolution playing favorites, or is the world subtly conspiring against lefties? Left-handers versus the world, a daily struggle. Being left-handed isn't just about being in the minority, it's about surviving in a world that acts like you're an afterthought. Think about it. Spiral notebooks become torture devices. Scissors turn into instruments of betrayal, and video game controllers seem like they were designed to mock you. Even mundane activities like opening it can require Olympic-level dexterity if you're a lefty. The frustration doesn't stop there. Ever notice how lefties smudge their handwriting on paper? That's because the English language was clearly designed for right-handers. Writing left to right means dragging your hand across the ink, leaving you with smudges and a permanent sense of betrayal. Even language itself is against them. To be right is synonymous with being correct. Right is regal, righteous, and skillful. Meanwhile, the word left originates from Old English roots meaning weak or broken. Other languages aren't much kinder. In French, gauche, left, means awkward. In Latin, sinister, left, means evil. It's almost as if the universe wanted left-handers to feel like the underdogs. But hey, who doesn't love an underdog story? The brain's cross-wired secrets. Now let's talk about the real culprit behind this hand favoritism, the brain. Our brains are like quirky architects, cross-wiring our bodies so that the right hand is controlled by the left hemisphere and vice versa. But here's the kicker. The brain isn't symmetrical. In the 1860s, French scientist Paul Broca discovered that a specific area in the left hemisphere handles speech processing. For 99% of right-handers, this Broca's area is located exclusively in the left hemisphere, making it their command center for language. Left-handers, however, are the rebels of the brain world. About 70% of them also have Broca's area in the left hemisphere, but the remaining 30% mix things up. 19% of lefties use the right hemisphere for speech, while 20% split the task between both hemispheres. This unpredictability has left scientists scratching their heads, presumably with their dominant hand. If language and handedness are directly linked, then what's going on? It's as if the brain is playing a game of let's keep everyone guessing. Theories behind hand dominance. So, what's the deal with hand dominance? One popular theory involves a genetic mutation called the right shift gene. According to this idea, our early ancestors developed a mutation that shifted critical brain functions, like speech and hand coordination, toward the left hemisphere. If you have 2 copies of this mutation, congratulations! You're likely right-handed. If you have 1 copy, you might lean right, but with a chance of left-handedness. And if you don't have the mutation at all, it's basically a coin toss. This theory also explains why handedness can run in families. 2 right-handed parents have just a 9% chance of producing a left-handed child. But throw a lefty parent into the mix, and the odds jump to 19%. If both parents are lefties, their child has a 26% chance of following in their footsteps. It's genetic roulette, and lefties are the wild cards. But genetics isn't the whole story. Studies have found evidence of right-hand preference in chimpanzees, suggesting that the brain's shift for coordination predates humanity. Yes, even chimps have right-handed poop throwers. This discovery hints that our hand dominance has roots deep in evolutionary history, possibly tied to survival and tool use. The chimpanzee connection. Speaking of chimps, let's dive deeper into their contribution to this mystery. Chimpanzees, our closest relatives in the animal kingdom, show a 60% preference for the right hand when using tools or throwing objects. This suggests that the tendency for one hand to dominate existed long before humans started writing sonnets or building IKEA furniture. But it gets even more fascinating. Research in embryology has revealed that the same genes responsible for determining the position of your internal organs, like your stomach and liver, may also influence hand dominance. During early development, these genes dictate whether your heart ends up on the left side, as it does for 99% of us, or if you have a rare condition called situs inversus, where your organs are flipped. The same process might also shape the brain's asymmetry, leading to a preference for one hand over the other. Essentially, your handedness might be linked to the same genetic blueprint that decides where your spleen hangs out. So, why haven't left-handers gone extinct? If being right-handed was nature's golden ticket, why do left-handers still exist? Turns out, lefties have been quietly leveling the playing field for centuries, sometimes literally. In sports, left-handed athletes enjoy an undeniable advantage. Whether it's Serena Williams landing a killer ace, Rafael Nadal spinning his iconic forehand, or a baseball pitcher throwing off a batter's timing, lefties bring a unique twist to the game. Their opponents, used to facing right-handers, often struggle to adapt. Even in medieval combat, a left-handed swordsman could outsmart a righty simply because their attack angles were unexpected. Lefties have been throwing curveballs on and off the field long before baseball even existed. But beyond sports and sword fights, nature may simply value variety. Researcher Chris McManus suggests that left-handedness could be tied to what he calls random cerebral variation. Translation: left-handed brains might shuffle the deck a little differently, leading to unique neural connections, enhanced creativity, and outside-the-box thinking. In other words, lefties might just be the universe's way of saying, let's spice things up. Left-handed legends, proof of their greatness. Need more proof that lefties are anything but an evolutionary fluke? Just look at history's Hall of Fame. Leonardo da Vinci wasn't just a lefty, he was the lefty mastering art, science, and engineering like it was a casual weekend hobby. Marie Curie, another left-handed genius, didn't just smash glass ceilings, she radiated brilliance. Albert Einstein reshaped how we understand the universe, and Barack Obama redefined leadership with a left-handed signature. These icons didn't just play by the rules, they rewrote them. In sports, the left-handed dominance continues. Rafael Nadal's lefty forehand is a nightmare for right-handed rivals, and Lionel Messi's left foot is a magic wand that's scored more goals than most players dream of. Even in music, lefties, like Paul McCartney and Jimi Hendrix, weren't just performers, they were revolutionaries. Coincidence? Doubtful. It's as if left-handedness comes with a sprinkle of extra brilliance, proving that sometimes the other hand is the one that shapes history. What we still don't know. Despite all this research, scientists still don't have a definitive answer to the left-handed puzzle. But that's the beauty of science, it thrives on curiosity and the pursuit of the unknown. Each theory, study, and discovery brings us closer to understanding the quirks of human evolution. What's clear is that left-handedness isn't a mistake or a flaw. It's a testament to the diversity and complexity of the human brain. Whether it's an evolutionary advantage, a genetic anomaly, or just nature having fun, left-handers are an essential part of humanity's story. And that's a wrap on the fascinating left-handed roller coaster ride. If you're a proud lefty, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Share this video with your friends, left-handed or otherwise, and let's keep celebrating the wonderful weirdness that makes us human. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious.